for the organizers for giving an opportunity and present on the role of research-based education, strengthening knowledge society. You all know the research and innovation is very, very important for the progress of society through knowledge economy. And the knowledge generated by research and innovation is the basis for the sustainable social development. Basically, most of the research that is going on in the industries is applied, whereas in the universities are a pure basic research that is going on. So, for the development of the society, for the use of the society, I think these two must be integrated. The research that is going on in the industry and the research that is going on in the universities must be integrated to make the research in the universities to be useful to the society. So, generally, whatever the research we are doing in either in the universities or industry is, initially it looks like that we are spending a lot of money and it is going to be waste, but the research, ultimately what we are going to gain is through research only. For example, if you see the money spent on the Mars orbiter mission, so recently for the Excel version of the PSLV, the amount of money spent is around 460 crores. So many people thought a lot of money has been wasted, but it is not correct. For example, the country's 50 years our space program has always been society centric, science centric. India has so far built satellites for communication, remote sensing, etc. All these are immense benefit to the society. For example, because of this only, recently we have a Phylon cyclone. So the Department of Meteorological has given the feedback that we are going to have a very big cyclone. So much before the cyclone came. So because of this only, we could able to save several lives. So even old and much before also, the Thomas Jefferson, the US president, he said that if you want to become leaders in the world, so one must first succeed in the higher education with a good research background. Even the Bush Commission in 1945 said that the research should be the main product and education is the byproduct. So that is the importance of the research. So research and education should go together until unless these two should go together. So this we can compare with a bow and arrow. Until and unless the two ends of the bow are so until and unless the two ends of the bow are tightened with a string, so the arrow cannot go forward. So that means, so the educational institutions must continue both teaching and research for the development of the country. Even actually, when Faraday has demonstrated that this electromagnetic induction theory, which is mainly important for the dynamo, so the then Prime Minister said, what is the use of this? He said it is as useful as a newborn baby. Later Margaret Thatcher admitted that the Faraday's invention has generated more wealth than the entire capital represented by London Stock Exchange. So all these examples tells that the importance of research in the higher education or educational institutions for the societal development. Even the US President John F. Kennedy announced that America would send men to the moon, and bring back safely in 1960s. So with that in his mind, so he has given enough money to NASA and also to the education institutes, universities. So with that, so they did good enough amount of research, and today everybody knew that, so you can send the man to the moon and we can bring them safely. So this is because of the research only. For example, the GPS was invented in Cambridge University. The birth of genetic engineering took place in Stanford University. Discovery of DNA was done in Cambridge. Apple Computer Company was born in MIT Boston. Microsoft was born in Harvard. Stanford University has played a key role in promoting IT cluster. So all this tells that the research in the universities are very, very important, and all the innovations are mostly coming from the universities. And for the development of the good research, I think we should be able to have research foundations in all universities. That is the experience of the universities in the developed country. For example, the research foundations on the lines of universities in USA, Iowa, Washington, Florida and Georgia University have been established, and they have been proved. And so when you establish the University Research Foundation, it is autonomous, it is non-profit, educational corporation that administers externally funded contracts, donations, endowments and grants for and on behalf of the university. So this same model should be followed in most of the Indian universities. I think in IIT Bombay has established, and they have transferred technology to the several industries. So that model should be practiced in most of the Indian universities and state universities, and that will help for the development of the universities for doing good research. Yeah, you all know that the importance of research in, for example, MIT Boston, it is a private university, so it gave birth to several new companies. For every year about 30 to 40 new technology firms will be coming out from the patents developed from the MIT Boston. So that also highly useful for that university, because the 20% of the annual budget they met from the patents that they have generated or produced from the MIT Boston. So like that, whereas in India, when compared to the number of patents which we are producing every year, is much less than compared to the US and Japan, etc. So in 2009, the Indian government formally permitted opening the technology incubation centers as a new means of technology transfer. So leading academic and research institutions in India, such as IITs, IIS and the CSR laboratories, have taken the lead and established incubation centers. So it should be extended to universities level. If India has on 2009, 15 science and technology entrepreneur parks exist, nurturing 788 entities, thus employment to 5,000 aspirants with annual turnover of rupees 130 crores has become possible. So the purpose of the research foundation is to have strong commitment to hire research-oriented faculty, to enhance the scientific fervor among faculty and students, to develop an aptitude to be in forefront of technology, to elicit industry support for research assistantship, to administer and execute contracts, agreements, awards. So, the objectives of the Research Foundation is to provide consultancy services, to take up contract research for industry, to invite industrial scientists to work in laboratory, to leverage the partnership between institute and industry, to send graduate students to work and train in industry, to create in-house facility for small entrepreneurs to grow, to promote creativity in innovative product development, to facilitate promotion of emerging technologies and launching of new companies in collaboration with entrepreneurs. So, to transform the skills and competency into a resource-making enterprise.
Yeah, I will request the speaker to be brief about this.
Yeah. So, the bottom line is, if India does not create research-based universities and colleges, we will have only mediocre graduates who are too low by international standards to run its national and international affairs. So, against this discussion and background, it is obvious that research-based education is the key to strengthening of India's knowledge society. Thank you very much.